welcome to the India Hangout. Mumbai city has about 1.9 million vehicles on record. That's, let's say, about 2 million vehicles. The adjoining district of Thane seems to be wanting to go in the same direction, and that's what we're talking about today. Can social media, or how can social media help alleviate your and my traffic woes, and to that extent, can social media really work for us? I've got a very interesting panel here with me, my co-anchor Ayaz, Memon, of course, and I'm going to come to him in a moment. Ravi Khemani, he's co-founder of Trafline in Mumbai, which is basically an app and a site which tracks what's happening in on real time on the streets, and also acts as a aggregator on social media for people who are sending in their comments on what they are seeing or observing wherever they are in the city, and not just in Mumbai but other cities. Also joining me, Rakshit Seth, who runs Smart Mumbai Card, another similar initiative which is catching on fast, and that also tries to help all of you really reach home safely and hopefully soundly. Also joining us will be Dr. B.K. Upadhyay, Joint Commissioner, Traffic Police, and we'll ask him how social media can help make his life better as it helps us as well. Ayaz, what's the longest time that you spend in a traffic jam? Huh?
Good God, don't remind me of the longest time. But even today, I spent about an hour, a little more than an hour,
getting to central Mumbai.
Getting to central Mumbai from Bandra. There was some kind of a wall collapse or something near Wali Naka, and there was traffic chaos. I finally made it here. But you've given me two lifelines. I must get to know more about these two guys who are helping out people, or at least mapping this. Because I think it's become so crucial in urban clusters, where especially now with India becoming so kind of car centric. I think that we all need these tools.
Right, and there are huge amount of comments coming in from all of you, including suggestions, and I'm going to speak them very shortly. But let me begin with you, Ravi. Tell us about Trafline very quickly. I mean, what made you set it up, and how are you doing today in terms of the traffic or the kind of mentions that you're getting on social media and so on?
So Trafline is basically, in short, it's a live traffic information provider. Thanks for bringing me on the show, first of all. So Trafline, the name by itself, we thought about it basically was when Twitter was there giving all its timeline. The Facebook was also coming out with timeline. So we thought about traffic timeline, and that's how we conceived this name, Trafline. And basically, as I told you, it's an aggregator of traffic information from the field. It's 24 hours running. Every 1 minute, the data is updated. As of now, I can tell you the Eastern Expressway is flooded, and it's running very slow right from Sion till Baikla. So we are advising people to take Eastern Freeway rather if they're coming from the central suburb going south. So and the waterlogging conditions. Over the time we have evolved, and over time we have gradually progressed ourselves. And Twitter has been the mainstream where we have got good amount of audience, asking us information, and now we are also crowdsourcing information from them. So it all started, past couple of years back when we started posting about major updates on major roads that impact traffic flows, incidences, traffic arrangements during VIP movements.
Right.
So all things we started doing proactively, and all of a sudden we saw a good number of users started taking interest. And people around from the road started taking pictures and posting it on our handle. They're sharing it with us, and very proactive users. They're asking us traffic incidents, traffic status before they started leaving. This is what the culture we want to bring in the city. That just look up traffic information before you leave, and then you will be safe. You will have a very reliable journey. A traffic-free journey.
Right. Okay. I'm going to come to you in a moment, Rakshit. Dr. Upadhyay, thank you very much for joining us. So, a quick question. Describe to us the nature of your challenge today, particularly at a time like this when you have incessant rains and peak traffic conditions combined with maybe other problems like flooding and breakdowns.
During monsoon, management of traffic becomes very difficult. The main problem is waterlogging on so many roads, especially in western suburb. All these surveys are submerged with water, and it becomes very difficult for vehicles to ply. Again, lots of potholes have come on the roads, and they are making the movement of the vehicle very slow. And as you know that even if a vehicle is delayed for 10 seconds, it has piling effect upon other vehicle, and the delay is multiplied into hours and so many minutes as far as other vehicles are concerned. Our policemen are doing a very big job. We have deployed additional manpower on all these things. But since, as you mentioned, the number of the vehicle, volume of the vehicle in Mumbai is very high, people are traveling during peak hour, and the number of the vehicle is sometimes becomes unmanageable because of all these things. Therefore, we request people to check up the road condition before they start. We have started one alert system, SMS alert system for people. We are interacting with the people with the help of this alert system. We have got our own website. We are putting messages on them. Trafline is a great help to us. And at the same time, we have got more than 50 VMS boards on the roads. We are playing messages there also. We are using FM radio also. Therefore, this time during monsoon, it is a big challenge for us. And every time we request the BMC to repair the pothole or drain out the water from the road so that the vehicular movement will be better. Fortunately, we have got some of the very good roads in Mumbai, Eastern Freeway, Santa Cruz, Chembur Link Road, Kherwadi. Therefore, we request people to use these alternative roads when main arteries are blocked due to either waterlogging or pothole. And for 2-3 days it was very bad because the volume of vehicle was very big and there was heavy rain and lots of waterlogging. Still we tried our best to manage the traffic. People were very cooperative with us, we were interactive with them, and we hope the situation will improve with the help of BMC and the commuters on the road.
Right. So I'm still have to come to Rakshit, but one more question, Dr. Upadhyay. And this is coming from Shishir Prasad. He asks, can Mumbai's traffic systems use real-time analysis of Twitter to manage traffic better? Or any such input like this, which is really on social media, to actually dynamically manage traffic better?
Actually, we are receiving lots of inputs from people through email and draft line and Twitter through so many agencies.
Yes.
And accordingly, we are doing that. But one main problem which I want to point out, that on every road, the volume of traffic is more than the road capacity even during peak hour. In this case, if the volume of traffic is more than the road capacity, then it is going to create congestion and jam. Therefore, the basic problem of our roads in Mumbai is that we are pumping more vehicles on the road without putting any restriction on that. That is a very basic problem. And in our meeting, we are raising this point. Every day, about 450 new vehicles are being added to Mumbai, in addition to the vehicles which are coming from Thane or Mumbai and other places. We have no restriction on any vehicle. Earlier, one flat was having one vehicle. Now they have 4 or 5 vehicles. All these vehicles are parked on the road. Therefore, these basic problems also need to be addressed. Right. And if the volume of the traffic is more than the road capacity, it is going to create traffic jam. Our men are struggling from morning to evening to manage the traffic, and because of this basic problem, sometimes it becomes very difficult.
So, quick counter question or a continuing question to that. Are you contemplating a revised system where at a certain point in time in the day, only certain number of cars will be allowed, like it happens in Singapore, or if you have to get in on an emergency, then you pay more money to get in?
Congestion.
Actually, there is a high court committee in the Mansara headed by the CAs. We have put this proposal there that we should put congestion charges. We should restrict the number of the vehicle. Actually, it is a policy decision taken to be taken by the government, and that is pending with the government. At the same time, I just want to mention one thing, that the volume of the vehicle which Mumbai has can't be handled manually. In Western countries where they have been able to manage traffic very well, they have put cameras on all the important junctions, and the presence of traffic police is very less. Human intervention is very less. Therefore, we have requested the government that all important junctions of Mumbai city should be covered by cameras. They will keep eyes on the traffic violation also, and it will be easy to book the violator, because if human intervention is less, then there is a very less scope of doubt for hodgepodge.
Right.
Therefore, that proposal is also pending with the government. And if all these things come up, then I think it will be better for us to manage the traffic. Today our men are doing their best to manage the traffic, but with all these constraints and restraints.
Okay, good. So I'm going to come back to you in a second, Joint Commissioner. Rakshit Sheth, tell us about Smart Mumbai Card. I mean, what made you set this up, and how have you been doing your bit to help make life more easy for some of us or most of us?
Sure. Fantastic. First of all, thanks for just inviting us to this show. Our just follower is, just trying to thank Mumbai Traffic Police a lot. Each and every, just constable who is just having their just duty in the rain, or it's fabulous. So big shout from just our just follower. Okay, Smart Mumbai Car is basically just trying to solve number of vehicles on road. Let's say right now, what is happening that everyone will take one auto, one taxi, and they go, and they all will go in the jam. So what we are just trying to do is that we are just trying to have minimum empty seat on your vehicle, whether it's auto, taxi, car, or bike. That is just on the real time.
Right. Okay. Ravi, let me come back to you. What is the kind of challenges that you face? I mean, one of the questions coming in, for instance, is what's the authenticity of the data that you're getting or the post that you're getting? Number one. Number two, what about timing? Someone may say that Tulsi Pipe Road is jammed, but by the time it kind of circulates through social media and surfaces again, the situation may have changed. Are these some of the key challenges that you face in ensuring authenticity?
Well, to be honest, yes, these are challenges, but not very significant. When a traffic jam does start, it does start backing up, and if these what we call these as a boundary conditions. When you start from home, there is no traffic, and suddenly when you come on the highway, you see traffic jam. So these are boundary conditions, and these are bound to happen during peak hours or during untoward incidences like vehicle stalls or accidents. So for this purpose, we have something called as push notifications, where whenever you subscribe for the service or you download our app, and immediately when you start your journey, you will be informed whenever such untoward incidences or there are traffic jams ahead of you. You will be alarmed about those incidences. So yes, and authenticity-wise, yes, that was a major hurdle to cross in the earlier stages. But right now, I think we have a good amount of users, and Mumbai Traffic Police is also helping us validate the service. So we are pretty the accuracy bit was challenged earlier. We did face those ourselves, and we did make configuration changes in our system time and again. And right now, our users vouch for it time and again. So I don't think the authenticity or the accuracy is anymore a problem in our system.
So Ravi, very quickly, how do you collaborate with the Mumbai Traffic Police? How do you all reach a handshake or an interface?
So it started during the Ganesh festival in 2012 with the former Joint Commissioner, and right now how we are working is if there are any events or any big alerts or major stretches of road that get congested, we give them a holistic view of what we see on our digital maps, and we provide them those information. At the same time, due to the crowdsourcing, the ability of crowdsourcing through these social media handles that we have on Twitter, to tell them from the field, some users there are many users that post us with photos and incidences what have occurred, and we just inform them back. And this happens around the clock also, during late night hours.
Right. So, Ravi, can you give us a sense of what kind of traffic you're seeing on your own side, as well as the crowdsource part, particularly in the last few days, where obviously, as I can also see, the concerns have been the highest?
So yeah, that's what. So like for late night hours, day before yesterday, there was a jam piling up on JVLR highway, going from Seeps towards Western Express Highway, and we informed the traffic authorities about that, and they were able to deploy resources, and they were clear them right away. Other sources like waterlogging or vehicle getting stalled or any untoward incidences on the roads. Whichever we get from the crowd, we post it back to the traffic control room, and also we do get information from the traffic control room as well. Some kind of information that we have to relate back to the users. For example, during the time when there were rallies during the election, we particularly requested the traffic authorities that you provide us the information which we could relate back to our users too.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to now talk about how
Any
this can
traffic,
all,
road
Ravi,
blockages or any detours.
yeah, Ravi and Rakshit, I know this is working, right? And I think what we want to understand here today is how can this become better and something more mainstream? And before that, a couple of comments from Twitter. And someone says, I know people will have suggestions. Sumit says, I know people will have suggestions, but why not first thank traffic police? So obviously acknowledging the role of the traffic police there. So let me come back to Dr. Upadhyay. So the question we're asking is, how do we make this more better in terms of more real-time, more authentic, and something that's integrated into our lives and the way we plan our day?
Actually, we are trying our best, and we are roping all the agencies which are responsible for this. Especially BMC has to play a very big and important role in this because they provide all the infrastructure. Now MMRDA, MSRDC, they all have come to play a big role in this, all these things. I just want to give one example of Dindoshi flyover. There were lots of potholes on Dindoshi flyover, and because of that, the vehicle was badly affected, and there were big and backlogs and long queues of the vehicle. Then what happened? We have to start one lane of northbound for southbound, and again for southbound for northbound during evening. Therefore, we are doing all these alternate things in order to improve the traffic situation which has been caused because of rain. But just I want to see that as long as we don't address the basic problem of traffic, as I have discussed earlier, in near future it will be very difficult for us to manage the traffic. At present, we are very starved of manpower. We have got only 3,500 manpower, and for a city like Mumbai, we need at least 5,000 police personnel, traffic police personnel to manage the traffic. In this case, we are taking the help of traffic wardens also. They are helping us on so many occasions. Often we are appealing to people through social media or different platforms that they should also help us, because in Mumbai everybody is in a hurry. Nobody wants to wait and watch, and that is also putting lots of problem to us. We are receiving lots of complaints from pedestrians because most of the vehicles park their vehicle on the pedestrian crossing at the junction. And our traffic men, when they tell them that please take your vehicle back, they can't take the vehicle back because there are lots of vehicles available parked behind them. Therefore, I think I request the public and commuters in the Mumbai city to be a little bit patient, because everybody is in great haste and hurry to reach the office and house. Therefore, the overall situation of the traffic will improve only with the help of technology, better traffic management, improvement in manpower, cooperation by people, better civic sense. And one thing I want to mention, that the driving licenses which are given in our society and in our country, they are not tested properly. The knowledge and skill of driver is very poor. Therefore, when he comes on the road, he does not know the traffic rule, he does not have that sense of traffic discipline, and that also adds to the woes of traffic.
Right, I think so. Some good points there, Dr. Upadhyay. So I think what you're saying is that we have to fundamentally address the problem of supply, which means that the number of vehicles have to be brought down or managed. Second is that obviously you're also held hostage or determined by, let's say, the BMC's ability to manage roads and so on. And that's, for instance, a comment that's come in from which says that why are we not able to address potholes or bad stretches of loose paver blocks on roads that create crawling traffic? Even the design of road projects like the International Airport Road, there's a jam daily. I think this is Shishir Prasad who says that. So there seems to be, obviously there is an acknowledgement and understanding that this is not a traffic police problem, but it's really a fundamental infrastructure problem. The third is that that can more people participate and be responsive to information that they receive every day, and therefore plan their day much better.
Yeah, I just want to take up from what you just said, Govind, because is there then a thought, Dr. Upadhyay, that you have in cyberspace a kind of a superstructure where Mumbai traffic police is at the center, and then you've got, because you need to know who's supplying the information. At the end of the day, there may be people who are providing genuine information. There may be people who are, vagabonds. So how do you separate one from the other and provide right information to the final or the end user?
Dr. Upadhyay, that was for you.
Hello?
Yeah, no, that question was for you.
Huh?
No, my question is, Dr. Upadhyay, that are you planning out some kind of a superstructure in cyberspace where the Mumbai traffic police is at the hub, and then you've got different sources providing you the inputs, because you need to know where, you know, what the information you're getting is genuine or not. Otherwise, it could lead to a lot of chaos.
Actually, we are addressing these basic problems in a different way. See, what is happening, it is a public perception that all the problems of traffic are because of traffic police. But I just want to say that if you go to any Western countries where traffic is very good, you will see very less presence of traffic policemen on the road, because they have put the machines and technology in such a way that they are controlling the traffic, and if somebody violates it, then that man is caught and is brought to go. Here what is happening, we are putting more and more men on the road in order to control the traffic, which is very high. Therefore, for a small city, human intervention is very good, but for a city like Mumbai, where traffic volume is very heavy and it is unmanageable, we need to shift to cameras and other high technology which other countries are using in order to control it. Secondly, we need to put some restriction on the registration of the vehicle also, which are coming in the market every day. We need to improve the public transport system, because our public transport system is not very good. Therefore, people don't want to travel in them. Therefore, all these things, because if all these things are taken care of, only then we may be able to manage the traffic in better way, because traffic police has got a role which is limited in its scope. Therefore, if it is supported by a superstructure, if it is supported by technology, if it is supported by good policy on the part of the administration,
right,
then it will go a long way in improving the situation.
Right. Okay. So Rakshit, let me come back to you. What's next? What are you planning planning to do from your as an app and in your effort to crowdsource data on traffic to make life better?
Yeah, sure. So basically, right now, what we are doing is that we are kind of helping just Mumbai people to just give authenticated data about their traffic, and more to that, we are just not only just information just provider, but we are also just trying to reduce, you can say, just number of vehicles on the road. And there are few more basically just comments from just our just follower, that why Mumbai traffic police are not banning heavy vehicles during just office hours.
Right. Okay. So that's a question for you, Joint Commissioner, and we'll come back to that. Ravi, what's next? I mean, how does this go to the next level in terms of integration with people's daily sort of information flow with the system with the traffic police runs, and so that everyone's on the same page when it comes to generation and consumption of data.
Right. Yes, we are moving forward in technology, and thanks for asking this question. Actually, just giving out information doesn't solve the pain point. So we are trying now, our level best to integrate with sources at the grassroots level to give them information. For example, performance studies of when they come up with a flyover, how was the traffic flow earlier, and how was the traffic flow now. How's the traffic flow improved? Based on this, we can do some predictive analysis. We're also coming up with future traffic predictions or forecasts, the algorithms for that and processes that can help people to plan their traffic, their travel plans better. And then carrying it to multiple cities and just not with Mumbai. So
right. Okay.
Yeah, going forward, and also we are trying to automate this whole Twitter system where we are getting feeds from users, we're getting inquiries from users so that we can answer them back in a very quick and efficient manner, rather than deploying our manual sources to answer each and every inquiry.
Right. So okay. So good. So if you're following Trafline Mumbai, then be assured that there's someone working there to ensure that you will get responses quickly. Dr. Upadhyay, let me come back to a quick question. One of the issues seems to be, of course, as we agreed, the quality of roads and also people's using of it. So the questions that are being asked is, when there are private buses parked at so many places and there are obvious reasons for traffic jams, then why not move them? Secondly, as Rakshit said, heavy vehicles also seem to be moving in the city at times that they shouldn't. So how about all these smaller steps to ensure that we have more manageable traffic on the roads?
See, just in this context, I just want to mention one thing. Actually, we have very limited parking space in our city. As I mentioned that every day more than 450 vehicles are coming to Mumbai. They are being registered, they are flying on the road. But we are not creating a single inch of parking space and facility for them. We have permitted all these buses to come on the road, but we have not made parking facilities for them. Therefore, what is happening, if we don't create parking facilities for them, then these vehicles and these buses are going to park on the road. What we do that we try to ensure that these vehicles should not obstruct the traffic through another thing, but at least somewhere they have to be parked. We are pursuing this matter with the BMC that they should create parking facilities for all heavy vehicles and other vehicles, so that these vehicles will be moved from the road and they will park there. Therefore, we are taking only one aspect into consideration, that why these vehicles are not why they are parked on the road. But at the same time, we should think in the parking facilities also. See, we have got 22 lakhs vehicles in Mumbai city, but we have got parking facilities only for 3.2 vehicles. Therefore, this is a very big problem which we need to address. And secondly, we have imposed ban on heavy vehicles entry in so many parts of the Mumbai city. And if some vehicles fly in those areas during that time, we take very strict action against them. Even if some violations are taking place, if it is brought to our notice, then we are ready to take corrective actions and we will do the needful.
Okay, great. So you will take corrective action, particularly on the subject of buses and large vehicles either parked on roads and obstructing them, or traveling or moving through the city at times that they shouldn't. So we're running to the end of the show. Here's a message for you, Dr. Upadhyay. It says that, please tell the Joint Commissioner his people do a good job in spite of the pathetic infrastructure. I really feel bad for the cops. And today there was this pic I saw on Twitter where a traffic cop was putting stones on messed up pavered blocked roads. So that's...
thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
So that was an observation. Ravi and Rakshit, can I get a last word from you? The one moment that you felt all that you were doing was really worthwhile because of someone's reaction or something. Ravi, can you go first?
Channel is always encouraging, I would say. It's every day it gives goosebumps. The appreciation is definitely there, and the cooperation from the people is also there. It's amazing to see so much contribution from users coming, given the limited infrastructure. Yes, people do complain, but I believe the people in Mumbai are definitely cooperative, and definitely they appreciate the services of each and every one.
Right. Rakshit, any one moment that you want to talk about that made you feel that all this time that you were spending on this new enterprise was worth it?
Mumbai Janta rocks, literally rocks.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Ayaz, last word. Are you obviously going to be following all these handles?
Well, I'm already feeling relieved.
Yeah.
But the only thing which I thought maybe the answers come through, if you read between the lines, is that are these guys going to look for accreditation from the Mumbai police so that they are recognized for the kind of work
one
they're
of them
doing?
is already working.
And the obviously then is the Mumbai police, after getting these guys accredited, are not going to become lax and say, no, it's somebody else's job, we shouldn't do it.
Yes, absolutely. But the power of social media does work, and it's delivering. As you can see in the city of Mumbai, the question, of course, we were asking is, how can we take it to the next level? And I think we've got some great ideas there. Thank you all for joining us on the India Hangout. We'll be back very soon.